If the world gave superpowers to all the girls, and all of us boys are given nothing, do you think we'd still have a chance to get the ladies? Well, I know someone who's willing to be chained like a dog just to get a waifu, and he's from the anime Chained Soldier, otherwise known as Mato Seihei no Slave. Now, is he really that down bad, or is there another reason why he allowed himself to get enslaved? Actually, there is, and the reason's pretty valid if you ask me. And the first reason's actually also true. He really is down bad. In modern day Japan, there's a fruit called peaches. I got my peaches out in Georgia. That only grow in an alternate dimension. And these peaches, when eaten, grants different people with different powers. You could get handy weapons, literal handy weapons. You can have powers like Mount Lady and Ant-Man, sentinel powers, flight, hair movement control, etc. The only thing is, you have to be a girl in order to get powers. Sorry guys. Tough luck for us. Yuki Wakura is a third-year high school student from Kaminogi High who is about to graduate, and he is worried about his future about chasing careers, cause he doesn't want to live a conventional life. Then on his way home, he was unlucky enough to become victimized in what we call a Mato disaster or Mato mishap. Well, actually, he just didn't know it yet just how lucky he is to be unlucky at that time. Why? Because he is about to get rescued by his dream waifu. More on that later. Years ago, Japan encountered a phenomenon where portals and gateways suddenly appeared in various places, and we call them doors. And these doors give us access to an alternate dimension which we refer to as Mato. And sometimes people get accidentally caught up in these gateways, transporting them into Mato, which usually results to missing and death casualties, since it's filled with big ugly demons called Shuki. The Japanese government instructs the public that if ever they got caught in a door, they just need to stay put and wait to be rescued by the Demon Defense Force. But with what happened to Yuki, he got transported very close to a pack of demons, so staying put really isn't a good idea. But luckily, Kyoka Uzen was there to the rescue, and she is the commander of the 7th unit of the Demon Defense Force, and she aspires to become the Supreme Commander someday, and soon be able to purge all the Shuki in Mato. The Demon Defense Force consists of all female heroes, since only females are given powers by the Peaches. At first, the rescue operation was going quite smoothly, until it isn't. With nowhere to go and their only protective barrier about to break, Kyoka Uzen had no choice but to ask Yuki kindly if will he be willing to do anything to survive. Of course he says yes, so Yuki turns him into her slave. See now, I told you he's got a good reason why he chose to be a waifu slave. He'd be dead if he didn't. And so he transformed into a powerful demon-like creature. Previously, Kyoka only used her peach blessing in Shuki she enslaved. Trying it out to a human is her first time. And it looks like this is a rare case of first time's the charm. Yuki's first enslavement was temporary because it was only for emergency. But since Yuki's Shuki form was just so powerful and full of potential, Kyoka wanted to make a permanent master and slave arrangement. Doesn't sound very nice, but in the real world, people have been doing this for centuries. The rule about her powers is that whenever her slaves do her bidding and does a good job, she is forced to offer them a reward which her slaves really want to have, and it happens automatically. And her previous Shuki slaves only ever wanted slices of pork, but Yuki, well, he just wants what all of us men want. He wants to veer away from a life of monotony and mediocrity, so he says yes to a life of adventure. A life of becoming a hero in Mato, alongside Kyoka. Chained Soldier is an easy top 5 for me for all the new animes that came out just this January. It's a new reinvention of harem. It's got cool action and fight scenes. It's got an interesting power system. The world building does pique my interest. And peaches. Man, I love peaches. Plus, Kyoka's silver white hair. Irresistible. Must watch, guys. Must watch. Follow for more anime quick reviews.